From comedian to war hero, Volodymyr Zelensky's true story, learn English with real stories. Welcome, everyone. Let me ask you something. Can you turn your biggest weakness into your greatest strength? Can one person change the world with hope instead of hate? Can someone who makes people laugh also make them believe in freedom? February 24th, 2022, 3 a.m. Missiles fall like deadly rain on Ukraine. Russian tanks roll toward the capital. The world expects the Ukrainian president to run away and hide. Instead, he picks up his phone, records a video, and says 5 words that change everything. We are all here, we are in Kyiv, we defend Ukraine. This is not just a story, it's a lesson about turning fear into hope, weakness into strength, and laughter into leadership. This story will inspire you. This story will teach you new English words. And this story will show you that anyone can become a hero when they choose hope over fear. His name was Volodymyr Zelensky. Volodymyr means to rule with peace. He was born in Soviet Ukraine. He grew up with humor and big dreams. He turned being just a comedian into being a world leader. He became a comedian, then a president, later a wartime leader, and finally, a global symbol of never giving up. But this transformation didn't happen overnight. It took 44 years of turning obstacles into opportunities, years of laughter, learning, falling down, and getting back up stronger. Stay with me until the end, because what you learn about turning your gifts into greatness will change how you see your own potential forever. And remember, this story is told in simple, clear English so everyone can understand and be inspired. Every sentence is designed to help you learn English while learning about courage and hope. Origins: the child who laughed against silence. January 25, 1978. Kryvyi Rih, Ukraine. The sound of factory machines echoes through the cold Soviet city. Snow covers the gray buildings. Workers walk to their jobs with heavy steps and quiet dreams. In a small hospital room, a baby boy opens his eyes for the first time. His parents, Oleksandr and Rima, hold their son close. They name him Volodymyr. They have no idea he will one day spread hope around the world. Young Volodymyr grows up in a world of rules and silence. The Soviet Union controls everything: what you say, what you think, what you dream. But this little boy is different. He turns every difficult situation into a reason to smile. At age 5, he stands on chairs to tell jokes to his grandparents. At 8, he performs comedy shows for his classmates. The other kids laugh so hard they forget their problems. His superpower is spreading joy, even in dark times. His father is a mathematics professor. His mother is an engineer. Smart, serious people who want their son to have a safe job. Comedy is not a career, they say. Be practical. Be safe. But Volodymyr dreams in laughter. He sees a world where happiness defeats sadness, where humor builds bridges between different people. Instead of giving up his dream, he finds a way to make it stronger. The first sign of his special gift appears when his family moves to Mongolia. Picture this: an 11-year-old Ukrainian boy in the middle of Asia. Different language, different culture, different everything. Most kids would hide and cry. Volodymyr sees it as his biggest opportunity. He discovers something powerful. Laughter is the same in every language. It doesn't matter where you come from. Joy connects all hearts. When you can't speak the language, a smile speaks for you. Years later, back in Ukraine, teenage Volodymyr performs in local comedy clubs. His parents worry. Stop wasting time with jokes, they say. But he can't stop. Because he knows that making people laugh is never wasting time. It's healing time. Key learning moment. Instead of choosing between his parents' wishes and his dream, Volodymyr finds a third way. He decides to study law to make them happy, while secretly building his comedy career. Sometimes, the best solution is not choosing between 2 options, but creating a new option. Why does a boy choose to spread joy in a country where being different is dangerous? because he already understands that hope is stronger than fear. First struggles. Laughing to Stay Alive, 1997. Kiev, National Economic University. 19-year-old Volodymyr sits in law classes during the day. His parents are happy. Finally, he's being practical. But every evening he sneaks away to perform with his comedy group Kvartal 95. He's not living two lives. He's building one amazing life with two strong pillars. Ukraine has just gained independence from the Soviet Union. The country is confused, poor, corrupt. People don't know what to believe anymore. Politicians make big promises and break them. The economy crashes. Hope dies a little more each day. But instead of complaining, Volodymyr decides to be the solution. On television, Kvartal 95 makes people laugh at the politicians. They make fun of corruption. They say what everyone thinks but can't say. Comedy becomes hope. Laughter becomes healing. Let me ask you something. When everyone around you feels hopeless, do you join the sadness? Or do you become the light that helps others see better days ahead? Volodymyr chooses to be the light. He leaves law school not because he's giving up, but because he's leveling up. His parents are worried. "You're throwing away your future," his father says. "No," Volodymyr replies with a smile. "I'm building a better future, one laugh at a time." The beautiful truth about following your passion. When you do what you love, you don't just succeed. You help others succeed too. The struggle is real. Comedy doesn't pay well at first. He shares a small apartment with 4 other comedians. They eat simple food and dream big dreams. But something magical happens. They turn their struggles into material for their comedy. Being poor becomes funny. Being young becomes funny. Being hopeful becomes inspiring. They learn the secret of successful people. Turn your problems into your power. Their TV show becomes the most popular comedy in Ukraine. Millions of people watch every week. Volodymyr isn't just entertaining people. He's showing them that it's okay to laugh even when life is hard. He meets Olena, a beautiful writer who believes in his dream. They fall in love. She supports him when others doubt. Together, they prove that when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, anything is possible. Success. Principle number 1. Your biggest obstacle can become your biggest opportunity if you change how you look at it. Success principle number 2. When you help others feel better, you automatically feel better too. By 2010, Volodymyr is a successful comedian, rich, famous, happy family with 2 children. But deep inside, something bothers him. Ukraine isn't getting better. The same corruption, the same broken promises. Can one person who makes people laugh also make a country better? Volodymyr is about to find out that the answer is yes. The movement would reach a turning point. The turning point. The president who was born on TV, 2014. Revolution erupts in Ukraine. People fill the streets of Kiev. They demand freedom from corruption. They want a real democracy. The president flees. People die. The country bleeds. Volodymyr watches from his comedy studio. His heart breaks for his country. But instead of feeling helpless, he feels motivated. How can I use my gift to help? He asks himself. Then he has an idea that seems crazy, but feels right. What if we create a TV show about an honest president? He tells his team. What if we show people what good leadership looks like? Sometimes the best way to create change is to show people what's possible. 2015. Servant of the People premieres on television. Volodymyr plays Vasily Petrov, a history teacher who accidentally becomes president. In the show, President Vasily is everything real politicians aren't: honest, humble, and actually caring about ordinary people. The magic happens. Instead of complaining about bad politicians, Volodymyr creates an example of a good one. Instead of criticizing, he inspires. Instead of saying, "This is wrong," he shows, "This is right." Ukrainian audiences fall in love with this fictional president. Finally, someone who acts like a real person, someone who understands their problems. The show becomes more than entertainment. It becomes hope. Millions watch every episode. People start saying, "Why can't we have a real president like this?" Art doesn't just imitate life. Sometimes art shows life what it can become. Here's the beautiful lesson. Volodymyr could have become angry and bitter about Ukraine's problems. Instead, he chose to create something positive. He turned frustration into inspiration. Superpower lesson. When you see problems, instead of just complaining, ask yourself, how can I be part of the solution? December 31st, 2018, New Year's Eve. Instead of a comedy show, Volodymyr appears on television with a message that shocks everyone. I'm running for president of Ukraine. The political experts laugh. A comedian for president? Ridiculous! But the Ukrainian people remember President Vasily. They remember what honesty looks like. They're ready for someone who talks to them, not down to them. The campaign is pure Zelensky magic. No traditional rallies, no boring speeches, just honest conversations with real people in simple, clear language everyone can understand. His message is powerful because it's simple. I'm not a politician. I'm like you. Together, we can make Ukraine work for everyone. Energy and optimism. While other candidates focus on problems, Volodymyr focuses on solutions. While others make people afraid, he makes people hopeful. April 21st, 2019. Volodymyr Zelensky wins with 73% of the vote. The lesson for your life. People don't follow complainers. They follow people who believe in better days and work to create them. The comedian becomes the commander-in-chief. But this is just the beginning of his real superpower story. The world had not heard the last of him. Success and impact from stage to parliament. May 20th, 2019. The Ukrainian Parliament. 41-year-old Volodymyr places his hand on the Constitution. He swears to serve Ukraine. The boy who once made Mongolian children laugh is now responsible for 44 million Ukrainians. His first speech as president shocks everyone. I don't want your pictures in your offices. I want pictures of your children. Look at them before you make any decision. He's not trying to be powerful. He's trying to be human. The early years are difficult. COVID-19 hits Ukraine hard. The economy struggles. Some people criticize him. He's just a comedian. He doesn't know how to run a country. But Volodymyr keeps learning, growing. He surrounds himself with smart advisors. He studies economics, international relations, military strategy. His English becomes fluent. As president, he must speak with world leaders, give international interviews. Language becomes diplomacy. Something else changes, too. Russia starts moving troops to Ukraine's border. Thousands of soldiers, tanks, weapons. Vladimir Putin is preparing for war. Western leaders warn Zelensky, Russia might invade. Prepare for war. Many people don't believe it. Putin is just trying to scare us, they say. But Zelensky feels something dark approaching. February 23rd, 2022. Late evening. Zelensky gives a speech that surprises the world. Speaking in Russian, he addresses Putin's people directly. We don't want war. But if someone attacks us, we will defend ourselves. We are not afraid. 12 hours later, the missiles start falling. Even heroes face their greatest battles. Conflict and pain. The man who chose to stay. 4 a.m. February 24th, 2022. Volodymyr wakes to explosions. War has come to Ukraine. Russian missiles hit airports, military bases, cities. Putin's plan: capture Kiev, kill Zelensky, control Ukraine in 3 days. The United States calls, we can evacuate you to safety immediately. This is the moment that defines everything. Run and live, or stay and probably die. Most leaders would choose safety. Most politicians would escape. Zelensky chooses his people. His answer becomes legendary. I need ammunition, not a ride. He stays in Kiev while Russian assassins hunt him. He records videos every day. No fancy studio. Just a man in a green t-shirt telling the truth. We are still here. We are still fighting. Ukraine will never surrender. His English reaches the world. He speaks to the US Congress, British Parliament, European Union. Always the same message. Help us save democracy. Something incredible happens. The world falls in love with Ukraine because they fall in love with Zelensky's courage. Money flows in. Weapons arrive. Countries become Ukraine's allies. But the personal cost is enormous. His children live in safety abroad while he leads from Kyiv under constant threat. Every day, he fights for a country while his heart breaks for his family. His wife, Olena, travels the world, telling Ukraine's story. They're a team, even when separated by war. The numbers are staggering: over 1,700 attacks on schools, more than 600 children killed, 780 hospitals and clinics attacked. Tens of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers fallen for their homeland's freedom. But here's the incredible truth. Ukraine still stands, and Zelensky still leads with hope, not hate. Superpower moment. Instead of becoming bitter or angry, Zelensky chooses to inspire the world with messages of hope. His daily videos don't just report bad news. They remind people that good will win over evil if we don't give up. Even in war, he continues to be a source of light for millions of people. People ask, what made Zelensky a great wartime leader? The answer: his comedy training. Comedians read people's emotions. They connect hearts. They make people believe in something better. These skills made him the perfect leader for an impossible moment. He understood something powerful. Authenticity beats authority. People followed him not because he was the smartest or strongest, but because he was real. Because he cared more about Ukraine than himself. But 2025 brought new challenges. With a new US administration, Zelensky faces pressure to negotiate with Putin. On August 15th, Trump met Putin in Alaska, discussing Ukraine's future. Zelensky's response was immediate and clear. Ukrainians will not give their land to the occupier. Here's what makes Zelensky special. Instead of feeling defeated by new challenges, he sees them as new opportunities to show what he believes in. Life lesson. When pressure comes, you can either break or become stronger. Zelensky chooses to become stronger every time. Today, as world leaders debate territorial compromises, Zelensky continues to choose his people over political convenience. He could accept Putin's demands and end the war tomorrow. But he knows that giving up your values for temporary peace only creates bigger problems later. This is the test of our time. Will good people stand up to bullies? Will truth defeat lies? Will hope overcome fear? Zelensky's answer remains the same. We are still here, we are still fighting, and we will never stop believing in freedom. What legacy will your courage create? Legacy and reflection, the courage that echoes across the world. August 18th, 2025. Today, exactly 1,175 days since the war began. As I speak these words, Volodymyr Zelensky continues to show the world what real leadership looks like. The war that was supposed to last 3 days has become a masterclass in never giving up. Just 3 days ago, US President Trump met with Putin in Alaska, trying to broker peace. But Zelensky refused to trade Ukrainian land for false promises. His words echoed around the world. Ukrainians will not give their land to the occupier. Even as world leaders debate his country's future, Zelensky continues to choose hope over fear, courage over comfort. Every day, he faces the same choice he made on February 24th, 2022. Give up or keep fighting for what's right. Every day, he chooses to keep fighting. Let me share 5 life-changing lessons from Volodymyr Zelensky's journey of turning obstacles into opportunities. Lesson 1. Turn your weakness into your superpower. They said comedy wasn't serious enough for leadership. But Zelensky's ability to connect with people's hearts through humor became his greatest political strength. What do people say you're not good enough at? That might be your hidden superpower. Lesson 2. Choose service over self-interest. When offered escape to safety, he chose to stay and serve his people. Real leadership isn't about what you can get, It's about what you can give. How can you serve others today? Lesson 3. Be real, not perfect. People followed him not because he was flawless, but because he was genuine. Authenticity beats perfection every time. Stop trying to be perfect. Start being real. Lesson 4. Language is your bridge to the world. His English connected him to global allies when Ukraine needed them most. Every word you learn in English opens new doors to opportunities and friendships. Lesson 5. Answer when your moment comes. When history called his name, he said yes. Your moment might not be a war, but it will be your chance to make a difference. Will you be ready? Bonus: Zelensky's daily superpower habits. You can use. First, start each day with gratitude. Even in war, he thanks people who help Ukraine. Second, turn problems into opportunities. He used TV comedy to prepare for real leadership. Third, speak simply and clearly. Complex problems need simple, honest solutions. Fourth, choose hope over fear. When scared, ask, "How can I help?" instead of, "What if I fail?" Fifth, practice makes perfect. His English got better because he practiced every day, just like you. Now it's your turn. What legacy will you choose to create? The beautiful truth. You don't need to be perfect to make a difference. You don't need to be the smartest or the strongest. You just need to care enough about others to use your gifts to help them. Zelensky's story teaches us the most important lesson of all. Ordinary people who choose hope over fear, action over complaining, and service over selfishness can change the world. Today, as negotiators debate Ukraine's future, Zelensky continues to prove that anyone can be a hero. The boy from Kryvyi Rih, who once made children laugh in Mongolia, is now inspiring millions to believe in freedom and democracy. For English learners watching this, you are already on a heroic journey. Every new word you learn, every sentence you understand, every conversation you have, you're building bridges to a bigger, better future. Keep learning with joy. Keep believing in better days. Keep growing stronger. And remember, you're not just learning English, you're discovering that stories of courage and hope can change your life. Maybe your moment to make a difference hasn't come yet. But when it does, remember the comedian who chose courage over comfort. Remember that when history calls, the answer you give defines not just your life, but the world you leave behind. Your transformation starts with your next positive choice. Final inspiration. Zelensky shows us that hope is stronger than fear, laughter can heal hearts, and one person who refuses to give up can inspire a whole world to keep fighting for what's right. What will you fight for? What hope will you spread? What positive change will you create? If this story filled you with hope and inspiration, please like the video, leave a comment about which lesson inspired you most, and subscribe to English Life Stories, your channel for real stories, powerful lessons, and better English every day. We have many more stories of people who turned their dreams into reality. To help you become a confident English speaker and a more confident person. Keep shining your light. The world needs your gifts. See you next time.